All right, so we've got the countertops and cabinets and sinks in, the butler pantry, the powder room, the back hall lab, the laundry room, and that's it, I guess. Yeah, okay, in the kitchen, of course. All right, so now I want to start preparing this to show to my client to see if they like this idea or not. And what I was thinking is, you're looking at this, you go, wow, there's two stairs right next to each other, but they're really two different types of stairs. One is a service stair or the back hall stair, and one is, the main staircase in the house. So I'll put an archway, create similar right here. And so that's really a separation. So if you're coming in from the garage and kids are coming in and you just want to go upstairs, boom, up you go. And then you have the formal stair. If you're in the rest of the house and you want to take the formal stairs up, then you do that. All right, and so I think that works pretty well. Do a little bit of cleanup here. I'm just going to align the stringer inside of the wall. And I might, I might end up making this stairway a little bit wider, but it doesn't really have to be. The only place you'd see that these two don't line up is in the floor plan. But there's architects I know who would be a nut about that not lining up. Anyway, so now I want to start presenting to the client and tell them what I have here. So I want to explain the rooms. So start by actually putting in some rooms. Now I have created a room tag that has the room name, it gives it a number, and then it also tells you how many square feet that space is. So there's a room tag, there's a room tag, there's a room tag, and let's see what they're going to count here as the foyer. Yeah, there we go. This is another room tag. And then I want this to have two different spaces, and there's no wall separating it. So I need to create a room separator, which is simply just a line that tells Revit, hey, there's two rooms here, even though there's no wall. And so I'm just going to draw a room separator line to here. Now, when I go back and say room, it's going to make that one room, and then it will make that another room. And okay. So there we go. Now I've created the different rooms. I'll worry about the numbers in a moment, but let's start naming these rooms. This is I like to use caps, B pantry. Change it to a different color. So under just a room, we'll call this the great room. Change it to a different color. And you notice that it's populating my room legend now. All right. This is the powder room. This is the foyer. Oops. I think I changed the room number instead of the room name. All right. And this is the office. This is pretty large. There's got to be a complaint about the size of the office. And then this is the breakfast nook. It's the kitchen. This is the pantry. Now what happened is I clicked on door, it looks like, and opened up the door family, which was not what I wanted to do. I want to change this room name. There we go. So I'll just say WIC for walk-in closet. And this is the laundry. And this is the lab. The back hall. Okay. So now I have a legend for all of those things. But what else I have is if we go to my door schedule, I'm sorry, I want to go to my room schedule. Look at that. I have all of these rooms. So any room that's not placed, I'm going to delete it. Let's see what happens. Because that's from a different project. So let's see, delete, delete. Might be a quicker way to do this. I'm not aware of it. Okay. So I have 12 rooms here and a total of 2130 square feet. Because I think, well, okay, so I'm going to start by changing these numbers now. Just call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoops. And 11. Okay. My grand total of 11 rooms right now, which total 2,000, and I've listed, it's telling me automatically the square footage of each of those rooms are. And I'll put that on a sheet. So you can see now, I have all of those in the great room, so how many square feet that is, and that's that'll go on a sheet. But the schedule will go on a sheet as well. So, okay. Well, this one I wouldn't be able to label because it's not an enclosed space. I'd have to put that room separator. Now, I don't want to see that room separator. So I will hide that element. Oops. Did the wrong thing. So we'll go back. I just want to select this line right here, which is a monoline, and I want to hide that element because I don't want to see the separation there. So now, when I go to a sheet, this should probably go up a little bit. Yep, I can get it all in there. That's good. So now the client can look at this and say, okay, we're spending this much square footage here, here, here. Now this is to the inside space. When I say 2534 square feet, that's measuring to the outside face of the walls and not including the garage. So actually I should label the garage as well. So let's do that. Architecture. No. We don't generally count the garage in our square footage, but it's going to show up in my schedule. How many square feet the garage is. So all of the rooms, except for this little guy right here. And I'd really, let's see, I'd really like that to just be part of the foyer. do that. Or not to edit that existing, because there's a wall here. So we'll just leave it like that. That's fine. So that's what I'll put this on the sheet and the client will see that. Now let's go to the second floor. I like to I want to notice that I didn't just click on the second floor. I scrolled up to make sure I'm in my floor plans. And generally, what I like to do is minimize my ceiling plan so I don't make that mistake, and structural plan so I don't make that mistake of working on the structural plan second floor or the ceiling plan second floor. So here we go. We're going to do the same thing here. Now let's see. We're seeing the room names from below, which I don't want to. Okay, so I could see the first floor colors on the second floor. And basically, let's see if this will do it. Yeah. So the elevation here, the limit offset, was up here. So when I go to the second floor now, let's see. You should be able to see that now. Because my offset now is way up here. Breakfast, yeah, I should be able to see it on the second floor. Oh yeah, there we can, see? Because my elevation of that room is just too high. So if I select that room and change this back, my ceiling heights are 10 feet. So if I say 10 feet, now I don't have any rooms up here. So what I'm interested in here is the master bath, the closets, master bedroom. Now here's going to be a problem because it's not enclosed. Here should be a problem because it's not going to be enclosed. And I think everything else might be all right. I'm not sure, but let's give it a try. Let's see where we got the issues and then we'll go fix it. Architecture, room. So that's good. Now here it's going to say not enclosed, so I'll leave it alone for right now. That one's not enclosed, so I'll leave it alone until I can go enclose it. Now a couple ways that I can enclose that is with the room separator, or I can connect those walls. So that's a stacked wall, and that's an overhang, I believe. So my smartest move would be, that's a stacked wall too. Let's see where we can find. There we go. Basic wall, second floor wall. So I'm going to use that, create similar, and I'm just going to put that wall in here for now. When I get to working drawings, I'll have to fix that. But right now, I don't know what the client's going to say. They might not like this, so why spend the time, making the details correct when it turns out that there's parts that the client's going to change anyway. So again, we're doing the broad stroke details here. The fine stroke details with the fine brush will come in after the client is satisfied with the layout. Remember, this is 300 square feet larger than they requested. And so they might say some of these rooms are too small, so they might want to make this overall square footage less, while at the same time making the square footage of the rooms larger. It's not an uncommon request. So anyway, let's finish up now. So now it's an enclosed room. And now this is an enclosed room because we put those walls in there. And it's not correct from an architectural detailing point of view, but it's correct in terms of presentation. All right, so now let's fix this. This is master bath. Spell it right. Okay, this is walk-in closet. WIC. WIC. This is the master bedroom. I have enough room to write the whole word out. Plus, it is the master bedroom. All right, so this is, we'll call this BR number 2. Oops, let's call it BR, not BE. All right, and then this is bedroom 2. This will be bath 2. It's related to the bedroom. This will be bedroom number 3. Just type the BR over again, number 3. Okay, which means what? This has to be bath number 3. And then this will be BR number 4. And you guessed it. Okay. So I haven't enclosed this yet. And I don't have to at this point, but I think I might want to show. There's my first floor. I might want to put a railing across here. Let's see if we can do that. Let's grab railing. We'll edit the path. See that little magenta line? And then I'm going to draw here. And I'll draw this here. Like that. And let's go. Okay. So now the railing continues across. And let's see what happens if I try to put a room in there now. Not enclosed. Okay. So let's see. We'll put that room separator in there. Let's see what happens if we do that. Now it's enclosed. So I'm just going to call that the upper hall. And there we go. I don't need to see the underlay any longer, so I'm going to turn that back off by saying none. There we go. I have one here that says room, so it's making me think that there's a room that I haven't labeled yet, and sure enough, WIC. Right, so walk-in closets are all put together as one, same room name, so therefore, but the bath has different names, so they'll be different colors. And I can include that closet in this square footage, but for now I'm not going to. And this is a good place to stop. Next video, we'll place these on sheets to start being prepared for presentation. And I'm also want to put dimensions in there, and I'll make separate sheets for that to put the dimensions in that won't have the room names. So if the client wants to say, well, what is the actual dimension of this room, they'll be able to look at that without it being too cluttered. That'll make sense in a little bit.